to the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, a man who, if there was a Mount Busmore, he would be easily where Washington or Abraham Lincoln's face is, the one, the only. Top 5 dead or alive, Jadakiss.
Yeah, Kiss.
What's up, man?
Welcome to the studio, man.
Thanks for having me. You know, it's an epic moment to get invited here. You know, I appreciate it and I understand how big this show is. So, you know, thank y'all.
Now, you're kind of like, in the world of rap, you're kind of like a mafia boss. You don't really come out a lot, but whenever Jadakiss comes out, you know it's for a good reason, man. November 20th is the big day. Top 5 Dead or Alive is dropping.
Yeah, new album in stores November 20th. You know, music is about timing and feeling. You know, when it feels right, if the time is right, you let it out there. Let it go, baby.
Now, you easily have one of the most recognizable, not necessarily even just voices in rap, but also the signature Jadakiss laugh.
Yeah.
Like, what was the moment that happened, like the first time you let that laugh out? Like, what was going on?
I think in the studio. It happened in the studio in the booth. I was doing a feature for somebody, and sometimes, like right before I'm about to lay the verse, even my nose is stuffed, you know, clogged, or my throat is clogged up, so I would usually scream or do some type of tension breaker right before you're about to go into the verse. And I just did that sound or laugh or whatever you want to call it one time. The engineer kept it, and he sent it back on the beginning of the, you know, before the verse. And the people who liked it, whoever the feature was for, then I just kept doing it. Like, you know,
And see, we kind of share that
just
in
stuck
common,
with me.
Kiss. You know, your little laugh, because every time I say something that I think is funny to me, I kind of let out a But yours is a little bit different.
Yeah, his is a little bit cooler.
Maybe we can do it like a remix one day, just put them both together.
Yeah, we gotta see how we gotta work something out, baby.
Like when Jadakiss does his, sound like something terrible is about to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the last thing you heard before you got shot to death or something.
And
Right?
yours sounds like Raj from What's Happening.
Now, in addition to being a part of like one of the most respected hip hop outfits in the game, the LOX, the Locks, for those who don't know, you and Brat also had the opportunity to work with Notorious B.I.G. on numerous occasions.
Brat got a classic.
What
that
the
B-side
hell,
was
man? No,
B-side.
y'all got classics.
B-side
Get outta
is
here.
one of my favorite songs, man. Real
Man,
talk.
listen.
What kind of pressure was that? Because even back then, everybody knew what kind of, magnitude, Biggie brought to the mic. What kind of pressure was it being in the studio with Big?
It was good pressure, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. If you knew Big, he made the session. All his sessions was like parties for
Yep,
one.
exactly.
You know what I mean, his session is like a straight party.
Yep.
So you gotta go through the party part of it first. That usually calms your nerves, though.
Right.
You know what I mean. You're doing all kind of things in there that calm your nerves,
Exactly.
and then absorbing the beat. And he make you feel good about going in there and recording your verse. So it's a good pressure because everybody's want to hear the finished product. You thirsty to hear the finished product, but Big didn't have you feeling like you was on eggshells when you do a song with him. He'd give you that extra battery in your back to,
Yeah.
to complete.
Just
to
good
complete
people.
the mission,
Man,
yeah.
you just good people,
Good
man.
people,
He
good
be sitting
energy.
there writing the rhymes. You wouldn't even know he was
You
finished.
don't even know, yeah.
You don't even know. No pen and pad or nothing. You be like, yo, is this dude writing or
He's
what? Am I the
dazing
only
off
one with
into
my
the
pen?
sky.
Yeah.
He just absorbing the beat, then he
burning
just
it.
go in there. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, it's amazing because he's one of those dudes who's missed. I mean, you see dudes who come in the game who got glimpses of you could tell they were inspired by Big, but but to actually be able to see people that was able to press the flesh and compete, you didn't get burnt out on that record. There's like situations where you see people get bodied by icons on records. Y'all both held it down on y'all collabs.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to, have recorded songs with such an iconic
Such a
figure like
legend.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's priceless. Some of these new cats today that, ain't educated on Big or, really ain't concerned on his career or his legacy that he left. That was a priceless for me and the Brat to be able to be in the studio with him, to record songs with him.
Yeah.
That's like a priceless experience for artists to have,
They don't do their research, man. They missing out.
Definitely.
You got to know about Big, man. You got to know what he did for hip hop, and how he changed the game, man.
As it relates to hip hop, I feel like the 90s is arguably the most important era in the culture outside of the early 70s when hip hop was created, because like there was so much competition. Like the guys in the 80s, there was competition, but like not at the level that you guys were competing at. Because like, you know, you look at the Rough Riders tour, you guys on the road with dudes from down south, up north, west coast too. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was still bringing their A game.
I think Brad could co-sign this. The 90s was more money. The finances, the budgets for videos, the album budgets, the styling budgets. It was just incredible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So besides it being a golden era for music, the money that they was throwing around in that time is way different than now. Like you could shoot a whole album worth of videos in a week now. Diddy used to shoot 3 days New York, 3 days Hawaii, 3 days Cali. One video.
Like a movie set.
Yes.
Yeah, so, you know.
Now, I mean, when you compare the two eras, you know, like you guys, like, you know, especially as the 2000s was rolling in, they like, you know, threw that label on you guys, like you guys, the shiny suit era. You know what I'm saying? Like Puff had y'all in the suits. But if you was to take the artists who were like, you know, reigning supreme during the shiny suit era, quote unquote, and match them against the skinny jeans era of, you know, the last 5 years, who comes out on top?
I'll take the shiny suit era all day, baby. Yeah, I got to.
I do too. It seems like, at what point do you feel like lyrics got lost? Because like before, like, you know, if you was the nicest MC with your pen, it mean you were paid.
Yeah. Now the game is bigger now. Like I ain't mad at where hip hop's at. It's broader, but it's still some lyricists throughout the. You know what I mean? If you weed out some of the other stuff, it's still some good, solid lyricists in the game.
Who impresses you?
I like Drake. I like Kendrick. I like Drake. J. Cole. I like Wale.
We like the same kind of people because they lyrical.
Yeah.
And on that note, you recently revealed your top 5 rappers of all time. Biggie was one of them.
Of course.
Jay-Z, Nas, Styles P, and DMX.
Yeah. It always changes. It always changes, though. Besides it being the name of the album, it's a good conversational piece. If you're a hip hop head, if you follow hip hop, it's really hard to cram your whole list of top MCs into 5.
That's right.
So it's like a religious conversation that is a great debate. And when you start talking about it, it's always going to go on. My 5 is probably different than your 5. And, you know what I mean? It's going to keep going.
Right.
And it really depends on how old you are,
where you
from,
yeah,
what you grew up listening to, you know what I mean? And it's just a good conversational piece. So my 5 always changes. Is I could be listening to, sometimes my top 5 is R&B if I'm listening to Luther and
right.
You know what I mean? R. Kelly, Luther, that kind of stuff. You know, so it always is going to change, but it's always a great conversation.
So who rounds out that top 5? You said R. Kelly and Luther. Who would be the other 3 in your R&B top 5?
R&B,
It's more than 5 too, though. But Sade, Nita Baker, Mary.
Yes, that's 5.
Yeah.
I'll be sure make the list. Light skinned homie.
Nah. I'll be sure had some hits though.
Come on,
man.
He had some good Teddy Riley productions on him. Some New Jack Swing joints.
Definitely.
Well, one thing I know about you, you definitely have the ability to think fast on your toes. So we got a lightning round. It's all top 5 things. Just say the first top 5 things that come to mind. All right. Top 5 hood movies.
Juice, Menace to Society, Belly, Bout It. Poetic Justice.
Not a bad. Shout out to Brat for the assist.
Shut up.
Teamwork make the dream work, man.
Damn right. All right. Top 5 superhero movies.
What's considered a superhero movie?
Anytime a dude ends up with a power and has a cape and
Superfly.
tight pants.
Hancock for me.
Hollywood Shuffle.
What was my man? Batty.
Blank Man. I don't really know no superhero.
You know what? You get props for naming Blank Man. Because like usually that falls deaf on a lot of, like, people forgot about Damon Wayans.
Major Payne.
The Brown Hornet.
Word up. All right, cool. Top 5 snacks in the hood. Like hood staples.
Sunflower seeds. Quarter water juice. Any kind of chips. Now laters.
Yo,
Yeah.
there's something about now laters in New York. Like every place else, the now laters is soft, but in the hood, like if you eat like a now later in New York, it'll pull the filling out of your teeth.
Right.
Like
And
everywhere
you
else,
gotta
they
make
make
sure it
taffy.
says Chewy on the pack, or you're gonna definitely have to go get a root canal in the near future.
I don't
You
even
get
want
the
the chewy. I want the real joints. The joints is gonna pull everything you ate out of your teeth from last night.
Oh my God.
It was like half candy, half floss.
Remember Cherry Chans and Alexander
Yes.
Grapes?
Yo,
Ooh,
Cherry
yeah.
Clan was Cherry Clan was so dope until
Lemon
you
heads.
got past that first layer. Like once you got
Right.
to that white meat, it was trash.
Lemon
What's
heads,
up with the
chicken
Boston
wings,
baked beans?
Boston
It was
baked
like
beans.
cherry on top of a mothball.
Yeah.
Get
On a
the
waffle.
cherry off the white parts like a mothball.
Yo, you've been in this game a long time. You had a chance to see a lot of females come and go.
Yeah.
Who are your top 5 female celebrity crushes, dead or alive?
Oh,
Wow.
Let that ponder for a second.
Nah, I could name a million of them. J-Lo,
Okay.
of course.
Eva Mendes, Janet. Thank you, Brat. The Brat, Lisa Ray.
Boom. That's 5 right
That's
there.
family. That's
Yeah.
family.
Man, you know, if y'all went to the same school, I bet y'all would have the exact same grade.
We would, because we'd help each other cheat. Ain't no I and T.
That's how it should be. Exactly. All right, so cool. So, all right, so you got through the top 5 lightning round. Now, this one's called One for the Road. I'm going to give you 2 people. You got to pick one. Not saying what happens to the other person that you don't pick. It's just you got
Just
to
gotta
pick
pick
one.
one, no doubt.
All right, cool. Method Man or Redman?
Oh.
I gotta take Redman.
Yo, we got a new album coming out, man. Everything I've been hearing has been nuts.
No
Yo, the
doubt.
Cypher. Did you hear the Cypher?
Crushed it.
Whoa, he
Crushed it. He gave me
Oh, my-
goosebumps in the cipher. Gave me
too,
goosebumps.
bruh.
I felt great seeing
Me
that.
too.
Andre or Big Boy?
3 stacks.
Fight for Q-Tip?
I'll take Q-Tip.
Salt or Pepper?
Salt.
Have you seen her sister?
I know. You said salt and
I know,
pepper.
no, I'm just saying. I'm
You
just
say
saying.
sugar.
That was a sidebar.
You
That was
say
a sidebar.
Larry's. You said salt and pepper.
Salt got a sister that's walking around this planet right now that is bad as
Crazy.
fuck.
No
What?
doubt.
I'm sorry.
That meant to be cut out.
Yeah, edit that.
It will be.
What about Millie or Vanilli?
What
I'll
about?
pass.
Hell no.
The ghostwriter. Whoever's responsible for.
For writing the
Yeah.
song.
Well, one of those dudes is dead, so he's literally a ghostwriter.
Damn.
Most Def for Talib
Really?
Kweli.
Ooh.
Just because I recently seen him, we recently had a party together, Talib.
All right.
But that's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
That's a super.
Oh, how about this one? Pete Rock or CL Smooth?
Pete Rock.
Damn, man. No love for Corey?
No, I love CL, but Pete Rock is,
I can dig it.
he's still here going strong.
No doubt. Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg?
Got to take Dre. You know what I mean? Because without Dre, there's no Snoop.
All right.
True indeed. Have you ever smoked with Snoop?
Definitely.
Of course.
Like, what rapper got you the highest?
Snoop.
Snoop, Big.
Big.
That's about it.
Yeah, it's a tie between the two of
Yeah.
them.
Got you, man. You crushed that round. Now, talking about the album.
Yes,
you
yes,
got
yes.
The Jason joint with Swiss Beats. I love.
Good looking, baby.
Like that's a great combo, man. I hope y'all got any more collabs with Swiss on the album?
Yeah, he produced another song on there, yeah.
All right. But the one that shocked the streets was the joint you got with Future.
Yeah.
Top 5 DOA.
Yeah. It's just about understanding the business, I had that song a long time ago. It was done, probably one of the first songs done a while ago. But I just understand that, you got to make music for the new listeners as well as my contemporary fans,
Yeah.
Right.
Some artists that been in the game as long as us, they feel like they don't need to work with some of the new talent, and that don't do nothing but hurt you,
Now, there's
Right.
some young punk walking around right now. Was born in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Has no idea about the pedigree in which a lot of the great lyricists come from.
And
If you
feel
would-
like you old school. What do you
Yeah.
feel about that old school tag?
I say bring it on. If you think I'm old school, we could go. I'll get in the
Right.
booth with whoever you think is a young whippersnapper
Exactly.
and whip and snap them around.
Yes,
There you
yes.
go. Now, with that being said, would you ever jump into the battle arena? Like, recently they had that battle with Keith Murray and Fredro Starr.
Nah, I wouldn't really do My battles are like, not saying real battles, but a line has to be crossed for me to, to go at it lyrically with another artist. As far as doing that competition, what they do, I think I leave that to them because they created a lane for themselves. Those are artists that really probably wanted record deals and tried so hard to do the other thing, and their niche was in battling. So I think we should leave that for them. You know what I mean? They're able to eat. They made a platform for that. So I go there and enjoy the battles as a fan.
Right.
I support it, but I wouldn't get into that.
That's a good way to look at it.
Speaking of battles, you got into it with 50 Cent, and you gave that brother that work. A lot of people ain't been able to give 50 Cent that work. Now, not saying that she needs your help, but if you was to coach Vivica Fox and how to get the upper hand in this whole battle that she's having online with 50 Cent,
I don't know. That's a sticky situation because they was involved. You know what I mean? They dealt with each other, so I wouldn't be able to. They got some stuff that only them two know about.
And here's the shaky part about that situation. Like, when a female gets the label of having eaten the groceries of another man, it deems her unusable to anybody else within that culture. Because what other rap dude is gonna open mouth kiss her at this point? Because it's like, hey, I know where your mouth has been, lady.
Is it even worth responding for her?
Because she licked his booty?
Yeah.
Did she agree? Is that a double-sided story, or that's just what he shot out there?
She didn't deny it.
She didn't deny it. So is it?
I thought she said she didn't do that.
Nah, I haven't seen anything where it says she denied it.
Well, in that situation, so if she said he licked her, so does another woman get to kiss a man?
Chicks get over that stuff, it seems. But just say in the rap game, especially if you got 50s remnants on your face, you know what I'm saying? It just seems most rap dudes would be like, nah, I'm cool on that.
The politically correct answer for that is I don't see no other rappers dealing with Vivica anyway. I wasn't so rappers don't have to worry about that.
But we're not gonna make Vivica a bad person. Either.
No, she's not a bad person.
She's very cool.
Yeah,
she official.
She went above and beyond the Call of Duty to try to please her man, and that usually should be saluted.
Yeah, just because she like to taste the booty don't mean,
Yeah, you can't
hold that against her.
You can't use that against her. She ain't the first person that probably did that. She won't be the last.
Exactly. You don't know what 50 Cent like. Quite a few women might have licked his booty.
Exactly.
But right now the beef is just for him and Vivica, so he putting her on blast.
Keeping it real.
And she might like to lick booties. You can't
She
judge.
might not even be bothered by it.
Right.
She not. You see, she not fussing and complaining. She's like, whatever.
You know what I mean?
But there's certain things you gotta save to really deepen the relationship, just in case it ends on a sour note. There's some dudes that are doing that to chicks on the first date. You know what I'm saying? It's it's like if you play an NBA Jam and you use turbo immediately. You gotta save something.
But that's the new thing, though. I mean, you need to savor the body.
Okay.
To each his own. To each his own.
Exactly.
What'd you say? To each?
To each his own.
Oh, to each. Okay.
So, back in the days on a record called Crossover, Eric Sermon said, rappers have been around a long time, making mad noise, you see. Still, I haven't seen no rappers living comfortably. Do you feel like there's truth to that statement? You know what I'm saying? Because there was a point in time where, you could come out, you have one job, one hustle, you have a few hit records under your belt, you could retire and chill for the rest of your career. Do you feel like, do you feel like there's any truth to that? Do you know most rappers that have been in it as long as you have, are they struggling? Are you comfortable?
I'm very comfortable. Again, it goes off the individual. It's about getting in this game, making a career for yourself, making some money, take care of your family, buy whatever you want to buy, live comfortably, go on trips. But the most part is about not trying to keep up with the Joneses because everybody got a Phantom or a Ghost or a Kilo Cuban chain or a Rollie, whatever. You got to do what you can do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Live by your means and you'll be all right. You can't just, sometimes people go off what they see. And that ain't.
Did you do that at first when you got with Diddy?
At first I was buying all kind of stuff here that I realized I didn't need. You know what I mean? But it's a learning
It
experience.
is. You live and you
know,
learn. Like
yeah.
I thought I had JD money. I was gonna have JD money.
Yeah,
and
that's-
he bought a Beamer. I bought a Beamer. He bought a Benz. I bought a Benz. And he kept buying. I was like,
Yeah, I can't
So
keep
it's-
doing this. Yeah.
It's almost like faking it till you make it.
No,
It's
it's not.
like-
It's
Nah,
not.
it's just
it's not
spending
faking
money
it.
rapidly
You're
because
spending
you
it
never
too
really.
fast.
Yeah, you're just spending money
You think you're
fast.
gonna
'cause
keep on
it's gonna
getting
keep
it.
coming like that.
But as we see, times change. We don't get 50 grand a
We
night
was
for a show
blessed
right
to
now.
be a part of that era though, where they
Exactly.
was throwing it around. Now you
Yes.
gotta. A lot of these rappers, after they leave the studio, go to Target.
Yes.
Work
Or
a
Dollar
shift. Yeah,
General.
they go work a shift somewhere else. and,
Yep.
You know, so.
True.
Well, yo, man, you've been feeding this culture for a long time. The next day we get to eat is November 20th.
November 20th is gonna be a beautiful day. You know what I mean? A breath of fresh air in hip hop.
Yes.
Tomorrow, the 13th, 2 days, Cop Jeezy's album, Church in the Streets. You know,
Yeah.
Def Jam Takeover, baby. We bringing good music back, good vibes, good energy.
Word.
what's
And
up.
he's also bringing art. Like, yeah, I can't see this
Yeah.
on the radio, but there's actually like this a bus.
It's the
This
bus.
thing belongs in a museum.
Hall
I think
of
it
Fame.
has its
I
own
had
Instagram.
to induct myself. They didn't want to induct me, so I
That is an
inducted
official
myself.
Hall of Fame like trophy statue right there, man.
It is.
Of you.
Yeah.
Because when I touched it at first, I thought it was made of Easter chocolate. But nah, this is like real.
Yeah,
like,
it's heavy. It's heavy.
Stone or something, right?
Well, yo, Jada, I'm proud of you.
No doubt.
Whether you notice or not, you pushed a lot of people to get their pen game up. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I know the game and on the commercial level doesn't necessarily reflect that. 'Cause
Yeah.
people are mumbling when they rap these days, but just know you guys put in that work. Can't wait for you to drop another Locks album.
No doubt.
It's great to see you guys working with Diddy again. The work you put in on that auction joint on the Money Making Mitch LP is pretty solid.
No doubt,
Are you gonna
baby.
be on the way out too as well?
Yeah, definitely. We wrote some songs for that, and we featured on some songs for that. So
I'm glad y'all swatched it because it was a time in my life where I felt like y'all was gonna kill each other.
nah. I could have never. It would have never really got physical. It was just, just ventilating.
have differences.
Yeah,
You know, it's good when you argue about how to win. You know what I'm saying? And like, and as long as you're arguing about how to win, it's a good argument.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As long as you could resolve it and get on as people
Exactly.
and keep it going is a beautiful thing.
Well, yo, man, we gonna keep it going for you right now, man. November 20th, the album drops, top 5, Dead or Alive. What joint you want to hit?
We could get into that Ain't Nothing New featuring Neo and Nipsey Hussle.
No doubt. East Coast, West Coast. Let's get it. Rick Smiley Morning Show.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jada!